Would you go in the nursery, shut the door behind you, and sit on the floor by yourself? Would you go down the cellar and wait until things went bump in the night? Would you gather up your 3 closest friends, pay the $100, and spend the night? Hello, welcome to the Grape Jelly Library. My name is Flo, and I love to talk about books. I am so glad you could join me. I always look forward to your visit. Today, we are talking about the Sallie House. Have you heard about the Sallie House located in Atchison, Kansas? Have you watched any documentaries or seen any airings on, oh gosh, the Discovery Channel, A&E? There's been some radio and news podcasts about the Sallie House. Do you know what I'm talking about when I talk about the Sallie House? The Sallie House has so much going on. Is that right? So much. There's a lot going on in this house, and there's a lot of buzz about this house. Now, I have to honestly say, I have never heard of the Sallie House, nor have I seen any type of TV airing documentary or podcast or news report or anything of it, and that is of my own doing. That's my own fault because I don't watch TV or listen to the radio, so that's why I miss out on a whole slew of that kind of thing. But thanks to books, I may be slow in getting to the punch, but eventually I get there. And during the month of May, for May Mayhem, I said to myself that I was going to participate, and I believe Ollie over at the channel Criminale came up with that because he reads a lot of horror books, and so I thought it would be fun for me who actually doesn't. I do enjoy my horror books, but I'm a mood reader, and so I tend to pick those up around the Halloween season, unless it's a true story and I caught word of it and I'm intrigued by it. Then absolutely a true crime, that's more of my thing. But anyways, back to May Mayhem. So I thought it would be fun to participate in it, and I am also trying to expand my horizons as a reader. And so I chose 3 horror books that I wanted to read in the month of May. And I thought the Sallie House was going to be the scariest due to the fact that there was a baby involved and a ghost or entity or apparition that would not leave the baby alone. And that just scared me. I didn't know what was lying ahead. And so I even thought twice about buying the book, but I went ahead and I did it. And then I saved that book for last. And don't know if it was going to be saved the best for last, that kind of theory, or just because I was that afraid of this book. It looks like this, and it was written by Deborah Pickham, the actual lady that lived in the house and wrote about her encounters with this apparition. And she, luckily for us, kept a diary. So she shared those experiences with us through this book and through some of those documentaries that I had aforementioned. There were TV crews that would set up their nightly, weekly to record any goings on. Now, I can tell you a little bit about the backstory of the house without giving away any spoilers. So, Sallie was a young girl at the, I believe, just before the turn of the century, I want to say. I'm not quite sure, or just after, somewhere around that vicinity. But She was a little girl. Oh, this part breaks my heart. And she was suffering from severe appendicitis. And there was a doctor that lived in the Sallie House before it was actually christened the Sallie House. In the front room is where he held his practice, and then the family resided in the upstairs level of the house. One day, a mom shows up at the residence with her 6-year-old daughter cradled in her arms, in severe pain. And the doctor had determined that it was appendicitis and there was no time to lose. So before the anesthesia actually took full effect, he began to slice into the young one. And unfortunately for Sallie and my heart, upon hearing this, Sallie's screams dissipated. She turned pale and she went limp, and she passed away on the operating table. And because Sallie passed away at the hands of a man that she believed was torturing her, this is the place she chose to haunt. Now, right around 1993, a young couple moved in, and that's when they began to take note of the activity that was going on in the residence. Sallie likes to start fires. Sallie likes to scratch and bruise males that reside in or enter into the residence. The females, she kind of lets go. So a lot of people will say she was demonic, or she was a misbehaved child, that she didn't listen, that she had ulterior motives. I don't believe that to be the case. I do believe that Sallie existed, and I do believe that Sallie resides in the Sallie House, but I don't believe that her intentions are necessarily always cruel. I would rather you read the book before I give away any spoilers, but all I'm going to say is it is a case of, or it comes down to put it nicely, or to put it rudely, it all comes down to whether you're male or female. So, I know that Sallie is a ghost, and I believe that Sallie does exist. And if you are one that doesn't believe in ghosts, that is fine. The opportunity is there. You can take 3 of your closest friends and spend the night for $100 a pop. So if you are a non-believer and you're like, I'll go along with the game, I'll bite, then head on down to Atchinson's, Kansas, and see for yourself the goings on that occur in this house. Sallie likes certain things. Sallie likes music, so they constantly play the radio for her. Sallie likes the smell of Kool-Aid, specifically cherry Kool-Aid, so she will bring that scent to you. Sallie even will bring you the scent of broccoli. That one has me baffled, but hey, because I don't know any 6-year-old girls who love broccoli, but hey, it's not to say that, you know, they don't. Broccoli is very good for you, and I myself like a good plate of broccoli. So, you know, I am not dissing Sallie. I say, you go, girl, being so young and getting your veggies in. This one was a stunner. Sallie likes the scent of Avon's Pearls and Lace Parfum. She will bring you that scent. And let me tell you, that scent is discontinued. So, and it's a lovely scent. For those of you who know, and for those of you who don't, I don't know, maybe talk to Sallie. Maybe head on down to Kansas and go see the house and talk to Sallie, and you'll get to experience that scent for yourself, even though it is no longer in production. So that's pretty cool, right? Well, at least I think. I would love to smell that scent again. It's been years. Sallie, be good to me. Because there has been, you know, they say don't walk into the cemetery with any kind of metallic thing, because apparitions can attach themselves to your hair, to your car keys. So make sure you keep these things like covered up. So the family went away on a vacation, and while on vacation, things started to happen. And the mom actually had to say, Sallie, is that you? Did you come with us? And Sallie responded, yeah, you know, I haven't been to Kansas at all, ever in my lifetime. And I don't think that I will get there, although that would be super cool. Maybe I'll start a bucket list and put that down as one of them. Yeah, but if you haven't heard of it or read it, then I would suggest starting with the book. First, I would read the book, then I would move on to documentaries and such. And then I would come back to my video and I would comment, and I would let poor old Flossie know, what did you think about this book? What was your impression of this book? I want to say I loved it. And I don't typically give 5 stars out, but I am going to give this book 5 stars, not because of the writing skills, although Deborah, you know, I recognize your talents, and I am thankful for you for sharing this story with me. Had not Sallie been a factor, I would have given the book possibly a 4, a strong 4. But because Sallie is the protagonist in this book, I've got to give it a 5. I've got to. And I've got to say to Sallie, you go, girl. Even though she's a little bold. Live your best afterlife. So there you have it, my final horror novel for the month of May. Comment below, have you read any horror novels in the month of May? And if there are any horror novels you would like to bring to my attention, please do so in the comments. I would love to know what you have read. Until my next video, know that I love you. Be well, be good, be reading, and may all your book dreams come true.